Hey, I'm going to show you how to change a headlamp bulb in a 2010 Milan, and several models in that range. From what I understand, it's very similar to the older models like 2007, 2008, 2009 models. It's kind of something when you've been dealing with cars for a long time and changing headlight bulbs. Where you pop the hood and you go, how the hell am I supposed to change this headlamp bulb? And what I did is I do what most people do nowadays, and I Googled it. And really, all I seen is, oh, it's like the old one, and check your manual. And I couldn't find anything on YouTube for a 2010 model. I only seen it on the first gen models. So I decided, well, I was going to change the bulb in this because it's out, and I was going to film it. So I've never done it before, and I'm going to do it now, and I'm going to film it. So maybe this will help somebody out. So what's the first thing you should do is check the manual. Step 1. Release the clamps that secure the air filter housing cover. See changing air filter element in maintenance and specification section for more information. Step 2. Carefully separate the two halves of the air filter housing. Step 3. Locate the mass airflow sensor, electrical connector, and air outlet tube. This connector will need to be unplugged. Remove the air filter assembly. Remove the rubber headlamp bulb access cover. Remove the bulb socket by rotating it counterclockwise. Then pull it straight out of the lamp assembly. Disconnect the electrical connector. To install, reverse the removal procedure. Well, that was very scientific. Alright, so I got my replacement bulb. It's a 9005. From what I understand, it's very common. And the first thing that was odd to me, that this is a dual bulb, but I only see one filament. Okay, so one filament in there, if you can get that. Now, I didn't know this, and I do now, but I knew they were projector beam headlights, but on a projector beam headlight, there's actually not a different filament. It's a one brightness, and then there's an actuator inside there that either moves the bulb or something out of the way of the bulb to allow the bulb to shine higher than it normally would, which I thought was pretty cool. So that's how it works. Not only did I get one to replace the bad bulb, but I got a spare. I always recommend getting a spare. Why? If one bulb goes, the other one's not far behind it. They were put in at the same time, probably from the same bulb lot, and they're probably both about the same burnt. They're both on at the same time all the time, so it's probably a good idea to have one because it's probably going to go. Alright, take the gloves off. As you can kind of see from the background and everything, we got quite a bit of snow. Quite a lot actually this year. We haven't gotten this much snow in a long time. And we just got hammered this year, and it's kind of cold, and I better remember to take those out of there before I shut this up and decide to go driving. So the instructions say the first thing you have to do is disconnect that. Okay. And then once. Yes. Brute force. Rip it out. Yeah. So you can kind of see what I'm muscling with. All this to put a bulb in. What the hell were you thinking? Ford, Mercury, whatever. Okay, so plastic rivet. Okay. Yes, this is serious. You really have to pull this out to get to the headlight bulb. Really? Holy cow. Alright, so I'm going to take this little rubber doodad guy out of here too. Actually, maybe I'll just fold it out of the way because it looks like it's going to be a pain in the butt to get that bag in there. So I'll just fold it out of the way. Okay, now time to replace the camera so you can see what I'm doing. If you can see right here, that's the cover that they want to come out. So it says turn counterclockwise, which doesn't actually turn. Oh no, actually they lied. You just take it out. It's only a little rubber cover. And there's the bulb. That's probably what we have to turn counterclockwise. Let me see if I can get you a better look at that. Alright, that's the back. The back is off. This is the lip where the little rubber cover went on. Okay. And there is the bulb. And it says, let me see if I can do this while still showing you, to turn it counterclockwise and pull straight out. And look at that, it came right out. There we go. So, not too bad. It actually looks burned out. Yeah, that filament's toast. You can see the carbon on the inside of the bulb there where it fried. Yeah, definitely a bad bulb. So we have to disconnect this plug. So you have to pull this tab back and the plug comes out like so. So now we have to take the other bulb out of the package. Now, when you're putting the bulb in, do not touch the glass with your fingers. That is no good. The oils from your hands and dirt can cause the life of the bulb to be drastically reduced. So, we are going to plug it in. And we are going to do actually the reverse procedure. Put that in there. And it goes in. Yeah. We're gonna turn it clockwise if we can get it in there. Is it in there? I don't know. No, it is not. So. Ah, there we go. Okay, so it's in. And then we are going to turn it clockwise, straight down. And it's replaced. And then we are going to put the cap on. There's your little rubber cap. There we go. Cover is on. And as you can see, if we go over here, the camera all over the place so you get dizzy. There's that rubber cap. We should be good to go. The only thing we need to do is make sure the light bulb works. Alright, so before we button everything else back up, put the filter in place, we want to make sure that this light is working. So I'm going to go turn it on. Hey, look at that. It works. Hey, listen to that. You can actually hear the little thing move. Sounds like an electromagnetic actuator. And actually this looks like it lifts the top off. So it works. Okay, so the first thing we gotta do is put this back in. That little tight space, maybe it goes in easier. So, you gotta feed this hose, this bellow through the fender wall, and then this has gotta line up with the air intake in the bottom there. Alright, so air intake, what is that? I don't know what that is. Here, let's just get this thing back together. So, hey, well, I'll be dipped in shit. It went in easier than it came out. Don't forget the little rubber doodad that goes around. Actually, real quick, there's a rubber grommet underneath that a little ball goes into and snaps into place. So you're gonna want to line that up and make sure that's in. Try. Let's get it in there. There's two of them actually. Okay, there you go. So it's actually in there snug because there's a ball and socket on this side underneath and a ball and socket on this side underneath. Okay, it's a little rubber grommet thing, and you just push it right into place. I hope that makes sense. So, like I said before, we'll put a little rubber doodad in place. It's probably serves as a heat shield and dirt dust shield and an air shield of some sort. Slip this pin back on. Looks pretty good. Oh, by the way, this is a Premier Edition, which has the larger engine, the 3.0, a little bit more horsepower, and the all-wheel drive. And the air filter is actually smaller than all the rest of the Milans, as well as Fusions, because there's a little bit less room in here for a bigger air filter. Which, incidentally, if you ever go to buy an air filter, make sure you tell them Premier, and stress that it is a Premier with the 3.0, not the standard, because if you don't, you'll get the wrong size filter 2 times in a row and get really aggravated at the guy at Advanced Auto who just prints the little thing on the machine there and heads it to you, says, "It's over there, go find it." Really? So, that's all buttoned up. I'm going to put my gloves back on. Drop the hood. So that's how you change the bulb in a 2010. I think it's 2010 to 2012. I think, yes, 2010 to 2012. It's a second generation Milan. And that's how you change the bulb. Now, on the other side, you're in for it. From what I understand, it's a 10-minute job. It's not so bad, but I'll go over it really quick for you, just so you know. Okay, so to do the passenger side, just real quick, so you get an idea. And I'm not going to dig in, but to do the passenger side, you actually have to turn this wheel all the way to the right, and this is what it says in the instructions. And you have to pull the cover off of these clips. You can't really see with the light going on here. See that clip right there? That clip and that clip, and there's a clip back there. Okay, you actually have to take this little fender cover, and as you can see, the outline right there. It's just one separate cover. That's got to come out, and you change the bulb from behind an entire. In front of the wheel. It's supposedly online. A few people have said on a few forums that it's supposedly a 10-minute job, but we'll see. If this one ever goes, I'll do a video and we'll know. So that's it. You take your chances with that side. It doesn't actually look like it's that big of a deal, but we'll see when that side goes out. I'll do another video. Watch, it's not going to go out for another couple of years, but if it does, I've got the other bulb. But in the meantime, thanks for watching my video. Leave nice comments only, please. Whatever, leave whatever comments you want, I don't care. But that's it. Thank you.